Hey guys, thanks for watching. For this video, I want to talk a little bit about why I decided to start doing keto. I realized that on all my videos so far, I haven't really explained all the details. I tend to ramble, so I'm just going to let it flow and then hopefully I can fix it during the editing. So I just finished shooting a reception and they ate some lobster and steak. So I was talking to the coordinator and I realized and I told her that, that's keto friendly. I can eat that if I want. And that's, fancy. It had like a little zucchini salad. So I was looking at that and I realized, this diet isn't too bad. Like I can eat that, and there's tons of food that I can eat. When you do a diet, if you focus on the stuff that you can't eat, then any diet sucks. But if you focus on the things that you can, then it's just so much more fun. Who's gonna complain about being able to eat bacon on their diet? I mean, bacon and eggs and steak and lobster, and I mean, there's just so much food that you can eat. You can go on barbecues and eat some chicken wings, and when you start looking at like candies and things with sugar, sugar and sweetness is not interchangeable. Just because it's sweet doesn't necessarily mean it has to have sugar. So there's a lot of alternative foods out there that you can eat that are sweet with no sugar. There's sodas that are sweet like Zevia. There's chocolate like Chalk Zero that you can eat with no sugar. If you've been watching my videos, you can see that I can eat cake on this diet. You just gotta make it your own, because if you buy it off of the store, it's gonna have sugar. If you buy a specific one that's keto, it's gonna be expensive. So you can just make it on your own. Really, there's nothing that I can think of that I want to eat that I can't eat being on keto. Even pasta, zucchini noodles. I know it probably doesn't sound good, but it's very good if you never tried it. So that's just talking about food and restrictions. There's really no real restrictions that should keep you from eating a keto diet. Now there's certain people that just can't do the diet because health reasons, or because they just don't have the motivation to do it. But if you're motivated to lose weight, if you're motivated to live a guilt-free eating experience, then keto is, to me, is the only way. The more I watch my own videos, I realize that I'm an emotional eater. I tend to eat a lot when I'm not even hungry, because it makes me feel better, or because I'm feeling down, whatever the reason. And with keto, I don't have to feel guilty about that, because one, if I eat enough, I'm just gonna be too full to even be able to think about food. And two, even if I do stuff myself, it's the food that doesn't affect my body composition. It doesn't make me get fat like carbs do. Now I get to eat as much as I want without feeling that guilt that I used to feel when I went to Jack in the Box and I ate burgers and fries, when I used to get plate lunches with 2 scoops of rice and all that. So that's probably the main reason that I'm still on keto. When it comes to carbs, there's really 2 kinds of people. There's insulin resistant people like me, and then insulin sensitive people like somebody who just stays thin and lean the whole life. In my case, when I eat too many carbs, my body starts retaining water. The carbs start getting turned into fat and being stored, and more of them are being stored than being burned. So that makes me hungry and I want to eat more, and it's just a cycle, and it just keeps happening over and over again. If you don't know that, then you're not going to know how to fix it. So now that I know, even though it took me 37 years to figure it out, then I know my limitations. I know what I can and can't eat. If you're one of the lucky few that can stay lean regardless of what you eat, then that's just genetics. It's not because you go and work out all the time. It's not because you know the magic number of calories that you have to eat and you have to burn that the same amount. That's not how it is anymore. At least that's not how my understanding of it is anymore. Now I know that if you're lean and you don't work out and you just eat whatever you want, it's genetics. You just got lucky. With me, I didn't get that lucky. When I first came to the US, I was real skinny. I mean, you can see my rib cage, that was how skinny I was. And then I got fat somewhere around high school, and of course I blamed it on the the standard American diet, the fries and the burgers and stuff. And that is what got me fat, but it wasn't necessarily because of that food. It was because of my lack of knowledge of what that food does to my body. If you look at my full week of eating videos, you're gonna notice that I don't really restrict myself from eating. I eat whenever I'm hungry. It just happens that I normally don't eat breakfast just because I'm full, or lunch might be kind of light just because I don't feel like eating. But when I eat as much as I want to eat. I'm not counting calories. I just eat whatever I want that's keto friendly. And even then, after eating for 5 weeks while I'm still full and not working out at all, I went from 252 pounds to this morning 243 pounds. There have been a few times where I feel guilt just because of the time of day that I eat. You know, I eat at midnight or 1, 2 in the morning when I stay up late. But as far as eating the food, feeling guilty because of the amount of food that I ate, it's not even an issue anymore. Now, I am lucky in one respect that I tend to like salty foods more than sweet food. If you're somebody that likes sweet foods, then I can kind of see how it might be difficult to imagine being on a keto diet without eating those types of food. But remember, sugar and sweet is not the same thing. There's sweet foods that you can eat that are keto friendly, that don't stimulate an insulin response. So that's what you want. You want to keep your insulin as low as possible by eating low carb foods. Carbs, glucose, sugar, it's all the same thing. I didn't have a plan for this video. I just wanted to share why I'm so passionate about the keto diet. I mean, I don't know if I can say it saved my life because I'm not diabetic, but I could have easily been diabetic. What it did save is saved my confidence. It saved my, I don't know, I just feel so much lighter now, literally and also, emotionally. I don't feel like, I have to lose 50 pounds in a month to feel like I'm doing something about it. Just the fact that I'm avoiding carbs makes me feel like I'm going to be skinny. I'm going to be okay. If you're having trouble figuring out if this diet is going to work for you, maybe because you can't imagine not eating a certain food, or you can't imagine there's restrictions of food that you can't eat, then all I can say is just try it. Just try it. If you do the minimum 6 weeks, by the end of the 6 weeks, you're gonna figure out if it's for you or if it's not, and then you're gonna figure out that you're gonna lose weight regardless of how heavy you are. If you're underweight, you're gonna realize you're gonna gain weight, you're gonna put some meat on your bones because your body is normalizing. If you're not sure how to start, just check out my full week of eating videos, check out my recipe videos. I mean, there's tons of resources out there. So the featured channels on my YouTube homepage are a lot of the keto people that I listen to, that I kind of follow. Even if your goal is not to lose weight, if you just wanna fix any damage that you've done to your metabolism, this is it. This is diet. Now, I have to say, I'm not a doctor. I could be 100% wrong. I used to think the calories in equals calories out. I used to preach it. Anytime somebody asked me how I lost weight, I tell them, and I was calories in, calories out. Found out I was completely wrong. That doesn't really matter that much. Keep in mind that I could be wrong. Maybe this diet just works for me and nobody else. But I can tell you, it worked for my wife, it works for me, it works for every single person that has tried it after they heard me talking about it. If they tried it for the minimum amount of time, they lost weight. Okay, so that's all I have. I don't even know how long this video is going to be once I edit it. So if you have any questions, go ahead and write them on the comment section below. I know I'm just throwing information out there, but it's just something that you have to know. I mean, I was 37 before I got all this information, so somebody out there doesn't have this info, and if I'm the one that tells you, then that's one more person that I can help. Please subscribe to this channel. If you have a chance, please go ahead and check out my Patreon account. I'm going to try to make YouTube my money maker for when I retire in a year and a half. Hopefully, if it works out. If not, then oh well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.